were 138 to 135 and 135 to 132 and 132 to 128. And guy's a scoring machine. So I get to – he didn't make it last year, but they auctioned off his jersey, and I wasn't paying attention at the Greenville Country Club and at the Delta Soul event by Steve and Gwen Azar, which is a super funky, fun, eclectic party, Delta party. And so I missed, but I won't this year. I will not this year. I was Wendy and I had a table right by the stage, and because Azar and them play on Friday. Well, they play both nights, but this was Friday night. And somehow they do the bid. They do the whatever I'm trying to say.
Auction.
Yeah, thank you. Live auction. I'm sorry,
Wow.
on stage. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Azar and all his celebrities are doing different things. I mean, like they did a trip. There was a trip to Spain, and there was a trip to the blah blah blah.
Dang.
In fact, my buddy bought the trip to somewhere, Spain or Italy. But I was like, dude, I got 2 kids in college. I'm eating PB&Js, and, here's the deal. But I'm excited about interviewing Alex English, who is a great NBA player, and Azar tells me he's a great guy, so I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be great in a couple of weeks. We'll do a couple of shows from there, and we'll party. We are the Out of Bounds Show. We're brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Bundle your auto and home and save with your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. All right? Any of the 82 counties in Mississippi, they're on the ground, they're in your community. That's who you want to go with and sync up with and partner with. Farm Bureau Insurance. All of our guests join us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. Bo Bounds, Jackson Meadows with you. It's game day. We talked about it the first 30 minutes of the show. Mississippi State, the Lady Bulldogs are in the College World Series. They beat Oklahoma to advance to the College World Series in Oklahoma City. They beat Oklahoma in Norman, right? I mean, throw a rock like Madison and Jackson. And now they're in Oklahoma City, and they're getting ready to roll in just less than 3.5 hours. And you're playing for a national championship at this point.
Yep.
And your team goes up there against the number 1 softball program in the country and takes it from them.
Yeah.
And wins. And really in dominating fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, game 1 and game 3. So kudos to the Lady Dogs. It won't get any easier, but I hope they win today. 11 a.m. Find a place to go eat lunch. Burgers, Blues Barbecue, Dogwood, Flowwood. Martin's in Livingston, Taste Italian Kitchen. They'll all have it rolling and have some fun and celebrate this women's softball team at Mississippi State playing both of Mike Leach's former teams. That's crazy. That guy won and did a great job at both schools. And so we'll see how that's the Tito's Vodka Bloody Mary game for sure. Isn't it? 11 a.m.? Holy Mary Olzem. All right. Let's get an out of bounds roll call going. I need a couple of things from you here. Three questions. How are you listening on 105.9 The Zone, or are you streaming? Where are you listening from? And who are you pulling for in the baseball? Who's your team in the baseball regionals? Dogs, Rebs, Golden Eagles, Alabama, Auburn, LSU, just kidding. Florida, who are you going for? Who are you rooting for? And LSU is not in the dance. I do expect them to be back, but they are not in the dance. So, but who are you pulling for this weekend in the baseball regionals? The text line, 601-885-3776. And I thought the Mississippi State lady softball players were unbelievable yesterday on the SEC network. Just did a great job. They carried the day. They just communication skills. I was just blown away. They were great, fun. To be in the College World Series, they were laughing. They looked relaxed. I know today will be different because you're locking in on game day, right? You're getting your ankles taped and you're getting your last bit of therapy and whatever. You've gone through the grind of the season and you're getting ready to play in the freaking College World Series. Also, congratulations to Belhaven Blazers.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Because Kevin, Connor Griffin's, now he's Connor Griffin's dad.
Yeah.
It's no longer the other way, which I think he's okay with.
Oh, yeah.
He led Belhaven to another softball World Series, right?
That is correct.
Okay. And you told me they were going to where?
Salem,
Virginia? Okay.
They play today at 3 p.m.
Good for them. All right, go Blazers.
Yep.
As a former do everything, bat boy, towel boy, go get the water, go get the Gatorade boy as a kid at Belhaven, I'm obviously 100% for Belhaven.
Do you not have an honorary degree over there yet?
Well, I should.
I mean,
I should.
There's an argument to be made.
I don't know if anybody worked more hours other than Charlie Rugg. The late, great Charlie Rugg, who passed away last week or the week before. Because a friend of mine, I think I was in D.C., I'm not sure. I was on the road somewhere because someone texted me and said, Bo, I heard you talking about Charlie Rugg. Did you know he passed away?
Dang.
And for me, as a kid, he treated me like I was awesome. And he fed us and he worked us like we should have. I mean, I didn't have anything else to do. I'm 9 years old. I want to go hang out, around college athletes because I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And whatever you wanted me to do, I did it. So, and it's a lot of the reason why I'm in sports marketing and sports radio. But he was great to me. And so I think about that today with the Lady Blazers Belhaven team in the softball game. Hey, they're coming in now. I see Flowood, Port St. Joe, Pisgah. We're doing an out-of-bounds roll call for you. We need 3 questions answered. Are you listening on 105.9 The Zone or streaming the show? Where are you listening from? Who are you rooting for this weekend? Ole Miss is in Lincoln, Nebraska. Mississippi State in Starkville. Southern Miss in Hattiesburg, and Mississippi State in Oklahoma City. But if you're rooting for Auburn, whatever. Tell me, Arkansas, Bama, Florida, A&M, Texas, maybe another team. Let us know. The text line is 601-885-3776. I also have to give a shout out to Mudbugs. They were open yesterday. They're open today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Mudbugs, amazing crawfish, shrimp, and crab legs, ice cold beer, and great place. Mudbugs at the reservoir, Mudbugs downtown. To-go orders, cater, or just go there and have a great time. They have live music too. Mudbugs, best crawfish in Mississippi. We went and picked up some shrimp and mushrooms on Sunday, and we had some friends over, and it was fantastic. Golly, it was good. I did Flora Butcher fillets in the cast iron. We had a bowl of the Mudbugs shrimp, and then Wendy sauteed the mushrooms, and we had a feast. How about that?
That's pretty solid right there.
All right.
Can't miss.
I know you don't like mushrooms, but you like shrimp, right?
I like shrimp.
Okay.
Shrimp a lot.
All right.
Could live on it.
I could too.
I really could.
Because I'd already been to Martin's in Livingston and gotten their fried shrimp on, I don't know which day, Sunday or Saturday.
Shrimp roll, baby.
Yeah. And
Are you a cocktail sauce person?
love cocktail.
Really?
But I want it with a little bit of a kick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not just. Yeah.
I don't want it. I want more of it. I don't need it like crazy hot.
No.
Like when you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But boom. Yeah. I like cocktail sauce. I know it's not good for me.
Is it not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm
things aren't.
assuming.
Yeah, sure.
But
Probably so.
I like it a lot for sure. So Mudbugs is open, and that's a win right there. College baseball and college softball and Mudbugs, that's a dub. And ice cold Michelob Ultra. The text line is 601-885-3776. Let's switch. Let's go with the Andy Staples, Ari Wasserman. Okay. Andy Staples, Ari Wasserman, National College Football guys. They were talking Pete Golding and Lane Kiffin's relationship. I think it's fascinating because Pete knows he's a mess, but they're also cordial, but he's got to keep Lane in line a little bit like everybody else. And so this is Andy Staples and Ari Wasserman, I think with On 3 now, talking about Golding Lane SEC.
If they single me out, I'm taking everybody with me.
Here's my estimation of how many minutes of sleep Pete Golding has lost worrying about this. 0.
I would agree with that. Because he knows. He knows if you go get him, he's got the receipts on all these other people.
Yep.
I would not blame him one bit. Would not blame him one bit.
It's kind of like, doesn't it kind of feel like if you are on a highway and everybody's going 15 over, that like you kind of have to go 15 over? Is it kind of the same deal in this world?
I would agree with that. It feels unsafe if you don't, because it feels like everybody's zooming past you. But then if you get pulled over for going 15 over and the cop's like, well, the speed limit's clearly posted there, you're frustrated as hell because what about everybody else?
I think that if you were a fan of, I mean, we've actually seen somebody go slower than traffic. Dabo Sweeney, ironically, has gone slower than traffic traditionally and has been completely bludgeoned over the head by his own fan base over it. You have to go with the flow of traffic. Now, going with the flow of traffic doesn't guarantee that you won't get a ticket. You might just be the unlucky person that gets a citation. But it's negligent and wrong to not go with the flow of traffic if you are the SEC, if you're an SEC head coach, period. Like, it's irresponsible and maybe even a fireable offense.
Okay. All right. So it's irresponsible and maybe a fireable offense. So if you're not going 15 over, I would argue if you're not going 50 to 60 miles over in the SEC, you're not really serious about winning. That was on, and I screwed that up. That was on the tampering stuff where people are floating that Pete Golding has said, not to the NCAA, but to people, hey, if they come after me, I'll open that can of worms. So, and it goes back to the Clemson linebacker that enrolled in Clemson, and then Ole Miss was able to poach him out of there and get him to Oxford, and he'll start at linebacker for Pete Golding. So, I mean, the NCAA has been neutered long ago, and I really find it hard to believe that they can mount any kind of investigation that would really spook Pete Golding or Ole Miss, but I may be wrong. And let's go to the Golden Moon Casino text line. Resdog says, I guess that means MSU and Levy are still in the parking lot. No comment.
In reverse.
Look, the aggressive teams are the ones that make it happen. And you've got to be, I say it all the time, the 2 R's, relentless and ruthless. If you're not in this league, then you're not winning. If you're not pushing the envelope, pushing the boundaries, not just in the gray area, but way, 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 way deep off the, ledge and so on, then you're not going to win. You're not serious about winning. Mississippi State has a lot of work to do. Obviously, they have poured a running ton of money into the program the last 3 years since hiring Levy, and we'll see if you get some ROI this fall. We mentioned their winnable games. He's actually got to do. I don't know why. There's 2 things that will be a head scratcher to me: whether Levy's able to extend his time in Starkville, or whether he is let go after the battle for the Golden Egg. But there's 2 things that will really there's more than that. But not going with a dual threat quarterback, which really surprises me because he's a dual threat. He came out of that. He's that age. He came out of that mold, that Baylor offense, all that. So that surprised me that he didn't go with a dual threat quarterback because he had plenty of money. They paid Blake Shapen, over $500,000 both years he was there. So you had plenty of, and could have paid more to whoever, whether it was Blake or, John Craig. That surprises me. hiring Coleman Hutzler surprises me. And keeping him another. I mean, hiring him in the first place. Why?
Bad move.
You don't want to do that when you've never been a head coach and then you go hire a defensive coordinator who's never called a play. And then him 2 years and then not focusing on the portal in year one and focusing on a high school class. I just don't know if you ever be able to get back in front of your skis, so to speak. But maybe now that you got Camario, dual threat quarterback, Zach Arnett, a legit defensive coordinator, and Philip Montgomery, a more than solid to pretty damn good college football coach. Maybe that's enough. Okay. Do I have the Greg Sankey? Yep. All right. Greg Sankey's talking college football playoff with Paul Feinbaum and 12, 16, 20, 24. This is what Sankey had to say about the future of the college football playoff.
Remember last year when we left, we did set a direction based on the conversation at that point focused on 16. And I've recited that as our position because we've not taken any other votes to change that position. So that's our focus. What I've never said is we're ultimately opposed to some other number. 14 was a number that was out there that's been forgotten about. 24 is out there, 20. 28 was out there probably mid-late June last year. With all of those numbers, like we did with the 12-team playoff, the question is, what's the impact? How many teams are brought into the equation in November? How many more games have kind of a high consequence? How many games in whatever setting might have a reduced consequence? And we see some of that in the NFL, where late in the season, last 2 or 3 weeks, teams know they're not in the playoffs or they're locked into a playoff position, so players aren't playing. We don't have a lot of that during the regular season in college football. We do need to understand not only the number of games, but as I said earlier, where those games fit. Right. And there's all kinds of speculation, but early December right now is complicated with conference championship games, Army-Navy that follows, and there's an executive order about not infringing upon Army-Navy's opportunity. And then in week 3, you're into NFL Saturdays. And we've used week 3 right now. So just adding games has to be synced up with marketplace interest, how those games are scheduled, which is preparation, recovery, and where they're played from an interest standpoint. And oh, by the way, January 1 is a special day for college football. And so some of these opinions where, well, we're just going to finish by this date, January 1, the whole day is a special day for college football, and I think that should rightly be on our minds. All of those things tie together with numbers. Some of it's about clarity of numbers. Could there be another idea emerge between now and decision date? Yeah, there could be. Because maybe some of this information informs a direction other than what has been introduced for consideration at this time.
All right, Greg Sankey, SEC commissioner. I don't think that means players sit in the NFL. Occasionally. I get what he's saying. I didn't know that. I knew that everybody had stayed away from Army-Navy Day. He mentioned an executive order. Is that I don't know. I will look it up during the break. If you know, just from, following the Army-Navy series and game, which is wonderful and beautiful, please let us know on the text line 601-885-3776. That's played at 2:30 in the afternoon, 3:30 Eastern time. I would still believe that they would allow you to drop like a game after their game. No?
After may be okay, but this is signed by the Don, President Donald Trump.
Trump?
He put that into it. Put that into effect. He signed an executive order that preserves an exclusive broadcast window for the Army-Navy game every single year.
Does he have
the power to do that?
Yeah, over networks.
The
I mean,
order-
I understand that the Oval Office carries a lot of power. I get that he's the most powerful, whoever it is the most powerful person in the world at that time. Does he have that kind of power to tell Fox, ESPN, among others?
Didn't he get Kimmel
Disney?
kicked off for a while?
What?
Did he get Kimmel kicked off for a while?
I guess
Different
so.
deal,
Maybe over, what was that, a week or something?
Yeah. He told the FCC, this is what's going to happen.
Interesting. Oh, man. Your reaction on the Golden Moon Casino text line, 601-885-3776. People are coming in on the text line. Yes, Trump signed that executive order. Interesting. All right, the Out of Bounds Show is driven by your next GMC Sierra truck at Fowler GMC. Pearl Brandon.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Alan Warden.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
It is not super hard to get to Omaha.
Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with us, making us your sports and entertainment show of choice as we get ready for a ton of softball and baseball over the next few days. Mississippi State and Belhaven in the softball College World Series. And then Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Southern Miss, NCAA regionals. You want to win. You want it bad. And you'll be rooting like hell for your team, as you should. We're ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We're always powered by Pearl River Resort. Geyser Falls to championship golf. Table games to the Vegas-style sportsbook. And Philip M. Steakhouse and live music, pearlriverresort.com. Book your conference there, too. Kim and the team will take care of you. Show is also brought to you by the softshell crab and rack of lamb at Kessler Prime in the Renaissance, kesslerprime.com, to make a reservation. They have Elijah Craig bourbon, which is award-winning Elijah Craig bourbon with all the awards that they've won. The small batch is fabulous. They've got Toasted Barrel, 18-year, 15-year, among many others. And we've got a little bourbon hit. All right, what do we have, Jackson? I sent it to you, but I thought it was funny because it's a bourbon. You know, we've had great bourbons on this show. Now we have Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill, which is unbelievable company, and our unbelievable bourbon distillery / company. And who is this?
Jim Gaffigan.
Okay, I love him. I think he is hilarious, comedian. And he knows Jerry Seinfeld, and he's got a bourbon story for us. And this is really good. Are we ready for it, or do I need to drop? All right, here it is.
You know, I was lucky enough, I got to co-headline some shows with Jerry Seinfeld. And now, I don't know if you know, but Jerry Seinfeld is extremely poor. No, Jerry did very well. Jerry doesn't really drink, but he knows I enjoy bourbon. And after our Charlotte show, Jerry, we were checking into our hotel, and there was a bar in the lobby, and Jerry said, "Hey, why don't we get a drink? You could get a bourbon." Jerry actually sounds like that. As we walked in the bar, I saw this wall of 100 bottles, and at the top, there was a bottle of King of Kentucky, which is very rare. I had never tried it. Among bourbon nerds, it's considered a unicorn. It's impossible to find. And I thought, oh, I'd love to get King of Kentucky. But I realized it would be $75, maybe $100 a glass. And then I realized, you know what? Jerry Seinfeld can handle that. As we sat down, Jerry said, "Yeah, whatever you want." And I thought, oh, I'm gonna. Jerry got a Cavassier. I ordered the King of Kentucky, and I saw this waitress climb this ladder up and grab this beautiful bottle, and she brought it down, and she poured it, and she handed it to me, and I tasted it, and it was pure euphoria. I felt like I was the King of Kentucky, which is ridiculous, because we all know that's Colonel Sanders, right? I then had this epiphany. I should have Jerry Seinfeld try King of Kentucky. Jerry will become a bourbon drinker because of me. Then we can go out drinking expensive bourbon, and Jerry can pay for it. I said, "Jerry, you got to try this." Jerry tasted it, and he said, "I don't like it. It's not good. But get another one if you want." And I thought, oh, I'm gonna. So I got another one, and it was even better. Then the check came, and Jerry was looking at it strangely, and I said, "Is there a problem?" And Jerry said, "Your King of Kentucky's cost $500 a pop." Now, there are a couple of things you can do in that situation. I should point out, Jerry's a friend, but more importantly, he's someone I respect. So I could have said, "Jerry, that's ridiculous. Let me pay." But all I said was, "Sorry, Jerry." Boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-na-na-na. It was like I was in my own personal Seinfeld episode. It's crazy. That's a true story. That's a true story. The only thing I made up is I've never met Jerry Seinfeld. No, the only thing I changed is Jerry actually loved King of Kentucky. But I think the story is better when he has to pay for something he didn't even like.
Jim Gaffigan, phenomenal comedian, telling a bourbon story. And we'll say that's by Elijah Craig, just to tie it in. I thought that was great. So I was watching a couple of days ago, y'all, I was watching an interview with Sebastian Maniscalco, who's a fantastic comedian too. And he was talking about going to dinner with Jerry. Y'all know Seinfeld is the thing in as far as comics and comedians, right? I mean, we all know that. With all the incredible, not just Seinfeld. I mean, Jerry's done amazing things artistically for a long time. And Sebastian Maniscalco's like, "I'm nervous. I'm going to dinner with Jerry Seinfeld." And if y'all, a lot of you have watched Sebastian Maniscalco, y'all know he's kind of a nervous Nelly anyway. Kind of grew up in a very loud family, in Chicago, cooking all the time. People are yelling. It's normal. Like, I would lose my mind. My house is very quiet. Wendy's quiet. We don't have a big family, but I get that that's like awesome and cool for a lot of people. Sebastian Maniscalco is freaking out over meeting Jerry Seinfeld. And he's like, "How do I pick up the tab, or does he pick up? How do I do this?" Well, they sit down, they have dinner, and, Jerry hands him the wine list. And he's like, well, he's thinking, am I paying or is Jerry paying? We've all been there. Yeah. We've all been there, from LA to DC and everywhere in between. We've all been there. Who's actually there are many nights where it's defined. I'm doing it or someone else, but there are not some nights where how's this thing going to go? You don't ever want to be the guy that's not willing to throw a card, either pick it all up or pick up a portion. We've talked about the guy who will never go into his back pocket, whatever. And Maniscalco at the he's like, this thing's playing out. We have a great dinner and nothing happens. There's no bill. And finally later I'm like, "Jerry, what happened with the bill?" He's like, "Oh, my assistant calls before I go to a restaurant. It's taken care of." Hell yes, it is. Yeah. He doesn't mess with the bill. No. That's already done. He or she gives the card number over. Make sure you put 35, 40% on there. Boom. I thought it was great. But I also thought that bourbon story by Jim Gaffigan was incredible too. No doubt. All right. And we all have friends that can pay literally for anything. And some will and some won't. And that's fine. That's absolutely their prerogative. But, you have been at amazing dinners or bars where somebody's like, "Get whatever you want." Oh, hell yeah, I will. Reminds me of Roger. I mean, and I'm low level. I mean, I'm so low level, I'm below the level. But, I mean, Roger wasn't scared to rack up Macallan 18 on my tab for years. And,
immediately what I thought.
Unbelievable. And I love him for it, and I wish we could have one tonight. All right. Golden Moon Casino text line 601-885-3776. It's National Brisket Day.
Oh, let's go.
There is nothing like when one of your buddies who's high-level pitmaster, like Kendall Collins, Les Penn, Wally Cummins, Jeff Jones, who smokes a brisket for you, and you just get to open an ice-cold Budweiser and hammer time. I think somewhere along the way we missed National Mimosa Day. Yeah. When was that? We've been in and out, here and there. I can't remember where we're going. And National No Pants Day? Did we do No Pants Day? I don't remember. Anyway, National Mimosa Day. We all know that it's not a splash. It's a half of a splash. And I did get a mimosa somewhere, and the lady, Wendy and I both ordered one, and the lady did it right. Where were we? I can't remember where. Maybe we were in Washington, D.C. Man, we had some good food up there. Go to Ambar. That place is fabulous. That was super, super good. The lobby bar is good, too. I enjoyed that a lot. Their oysters were magnificent. And they do this lamb appetizer that I thought was fabulous. What else? We went to a great steakhouse in the Union Market, St. Anselm. It's local. It's cool. The bar was amazing. We sat beside it, not at it. And it was good. Really, really good. Wendy actually ate some steak there. Nice. And said it was great. So good food spot right there at Capitol Hill neighborhood in the Eastern Market. But we ventured out to Georgetown and Union Market and so on. Now I walked the area. It was really, really cool. It's not what we're used to quite. I mean, you got a little bit of that in Fondren, a little bit of that in Belhaven, a little bit of that downtown. But when people live, like that or in those type neighborhoods, it's kind of cool. Wendy would not do it full time. But I got a kick out of it. Just getting up every morning and watching people shuffle around. God, it's a lot of people in those major metropolitan areas, as y'all know. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. We've talked about game day, Mississippi State, Texas Tech. That's exciting. 11 a.m. today, College World Series. You can celebrate National Hamburger Day at Burgers Blues Barbecue, Dogwood, Flowwood, and watch Mississippi State, Texas Tech in the Softball College World Series at 11 a.m. You can celebrate at Martins and Livingston. Taste Italian Kitchen has a sneaky good double patty cheeseburger, which is fabulous too. So shout out I love a good hamburger from a local restaurant and all the fun condiments and things that we like on our burger. But 11 a.m. is just right around the corner, a couple hours, 2 hours, 45 minutes, as Mississippi State will take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders in the Softball College World Series. I watched about 30 minutes of the interviews with the Mississippi State softball players. They did a great job yesterday. Super impressed. And hopefully they'll win. I don't know how to handicap this game and not going to claim to. I watched a little bit of the Oklahoma series. I watched a ton of the highlights. That was just a ball of fun to watch them celebrate on Oklahoma's field and take them out. And hopefully they'll find the promised land and one more run over Texas Tech. But with an 11 a.m. kick, and it's holidays for some of y'all, it could definitely be a Tito's Vodka Bloody Mary with some extra bacon and green beans day, and find your local spot and enjoy a hamburger, cheeseburger. It's National Hamburger Day and International Burger Day. So there you go.
Okay.
You can roll with that all you want. It's National Brisket Day. And when a brisket is done right and, smoked the right way, fabulous. And whether you do like brisket nachos or just brisket by itself or get it on some real good quality homemade bread, there's so many different ways to go with that. But that's and nobody does it better than us in the Sun Belt. That's for damn sure. And burgers too, for that matter. So, do you want a handicap?
Do you
want me to give you some money to bet on this Mississippi State Texas Tech game?
I mean,
you bet on 47 apps.
That's right.
Out of Costa Rica, Malaysia, and South America or something.
They know what they're doing.
Do you want me to give you some money? So if we're splitting the winning.
Yeah, well, it's an investment at this point.
No doubt.
I'm not gambling. I'm investing.
It's just like index funds.
What's the difference?
Right.
Mississippi State is plus 2,800 to take it all on the field.
plus 2,800 for the whole series.
The whole College World Series. I'll give you the odds real fast.
Okay.
5 of them of the 8 are SEC teams.
I know Texas.
Alabama's number 1 plus 360. UCLA.
Alabama's already won enough national championships.
Yeah.
They don't need to win this thing. Go ahead.
UCLA's number 2.
They don't need any.
Nebraska.
Okay.
They claim one. Texas Tech is the 4th.
Okay.
Texas is 5th plus 500. Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi State.
So Mississippi State's last.
They're last. They're the Cinderella.
They really are the Cinderella.
Oh, in every sense. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So that's
Okay.
So they literally have.
Who was the number 2 team that had the odds?
UCLA.
UCLA. Okay. They live.
Always.
I mean, they're also them and Oklahoma and Arizona.
Is it AZ or Arizona State? Both. I know Arizona's good.
Yeah. And okay. Bama's been good for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned Tennessee and Texas. Did you mention Arkansas?
Arkansas, yes.
Damn, the Razorbacks win in a bunch of sports. You know, for track and field,
that's
like a 25 or 30 year run in track and field, and they may still be awesome. I haven't looked at it in a while. They must have had some kind of crazy talented coach and who understood recruiting and development. So, and because all they did was win forever. Okay. Well, good. Well, just because we're the underdog,
that don't mean it.
Doesn't mean. I mean, Hail State, baby.
You're there.
Again, the ladies represented MSU in the state of Mississippi in a first class way yesterday. They were dynamic on TV. Golly, if I was sitting there at work and had it on, I'm sitting there thinking I want to hire them, one or both. I mean, they were electric, dynamite personalities, and literally carried the whole interview on the SEC network or ESPN. I don't know what I was eating lunch, and it was either SEC network or ESPN. I'm thinking with Dario on it was SEC network. Dari Noko went to Oklahoma. Y'all know he hosts the football shows and basketball. He does all the softball. But the one with Chris Doring and Ben Watson,
yes.
That's my favorite football show. You know, the Saturday night show, and then they replay it on Sunday morning. You get to see the Rebs, Dogs, and whoever else. Dari, Ben, and CD, Chris Doring. That's my favorite football show. Go ahead.
They've State's got one big test. If they can get past the ace at Texas Tech, they can do it. The ace at Texas Tech is a $1 million NIL athlete.
She's $1 million one? What's that guy's name? Cody Campbell, the billionaire that played under Mike Leach? I don't know if he's financing softball too, but he's financing a lot of what they're doing at Texas Tech.
Well, I figured they went over to Stanford, where she had just led them to 2 straight College World Series, and plucked her for her junior and senior year.
Where?
She was at Stanford.
Wow.
They went and plucked her.
They went and got her from Stanford.
After 2
Palo Alto
World Series pitches, or World Series appearances.
All right.
41-10, 6.66 ERA.
National Hamburger Day brought to you by Burgers Blues Barbecue, Dogwood, Flowwood. Okay, they've got a new green space. They already had an outdoor area that's covered. Now they got a green space. They've got amazing burgers. They've got smash burgers. Okay? Burgers Blues Barbecue, B3 Dogwood, Flowwood. B3 Dogwood, say it with me. B3 Dogwood, Flowwood. Back in a second. All right. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. We have so much going on. SEC spring meetings, football, postseason play, baseball, and softball. Let's go. Out of Bounds, 1059 The Zone, ESPN. Brought to you by Flora Butcher Market. Great cuts of steaks and seafood. And then they've got their sister business, which is Rain Cellars. That's a wine and spirit store, beautiful wine and spirit store. And, y'all know that Flora's boomed, which is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful community. Flora Butcher. Elevate your evening with some steaks and seafood, and then pair it with a good bottle of wine from Rain Cellars. Anne Marie does tastings starting today there at Rain Cellars, which is super fun. And it's right there on Main Street in Flora. Y'all know where it is, Flora Butcher and Rain's Cellars. We're 105.9 The Zone ESPN. Bo Bounds, Straight Funk with you on a game day, Mississippi State and Texas Tech. And then we'll get the baseball teams rolling tomorrow. Ole Miss in Lincoln, Nebraska, Mississippi State at home against Lipscomb, and Southern Miss against Little Rock in Hattiesburg. And then we'll go from there. Ole Miss will play Arizona State. They're in Lincoln, Nebraska. They play the Arizona State Sun Devils. And I guess I saw Arizona State play on Friday of the Globe Life Field Arlington tournament, Mississippi State and Arizona State. Yeah. And that was when McPherson was dealing, and you're hoping that he's back and ready to go. And because if he is, you could have a ton of fun in the postseason. And that's what you're looking for sure. Who do you start on the bump on Friday? Everybody seems to be saying McPherson. And has that been announced? On the Hail State baseball Twitters? Talk to me.
I'm looking.
Who
would you start?
McPherson.
Okay.
Not that anybody cares.
Right, but how long would you let him go? Like, did it mean?
Well, if he threw 80 pitches last Saturday and felt great,
let
then
him deal.
Definitely throw an 80. If he feels good at 80, then we may go 80-something.
Heck yeah.
But if Brian O'Connor's not lying. He's one of the most serious people I've ever been around. So he said he threw 5 scoreless innings on Saturday night in a scrimmage in Starkville, which means he faced some of the Reed Stallmans and Bryce Chances and Ace Reeses and so on. And that you could tell O'Connor's not one to blow smoke.
No.
But you could tell by the look on his face that he was more than excited about that. That doesn't mean that if McPherson throws tomorrow, he'll be super awesome. But that's what you want if you were going to throw him in a simulated scrimmage on Saturday night at Dudy Noble while you were getting ready for the regional. I mean,
what better team to scrimmage against?
Yeah.
I mean.
So there you go. And I think, I'd like to know from the listeners, who would you start tomorrow at 1:00? And that game could get moved around with weather, and maybe it won't. Hopefully it will not. But who would you start on the bump for Mississippi State? 601-885-3776. 601-885-3776. And we're live in the Bank Plus studio, ESPN 105.9 The Zone.
It's about as perfect.
And then Becerra and Utermark and Elliott and Townsend and all those Furness and all those cats are going to try to go. That's a winnable regional for all. All three have winnable regionals. That doesn't mean that you'll win. I don't mean like slam dunk, you're a favorite by 90%, but you all have winnable regionals in Lincoln, in Starkville, and in Hattiesburg. We'll see what Becerra and the group see what they do out in Lincoln. What's great is we get the games.
Yeah.
Years ago you didn't get to watch your teams play, and now because of ESPN streaming, and what do they call it like loaded bases or whatever it is you could buy too. But I mean, most of you already have, like me. I mean, you've already got the souped up ESPN blah blah plus thing. But what do they call it? Like, it's not like the red zone, but it's like around the bases or something. And they're showing highlights throughout the days too of all the games. Y'all hit me up on the text line 601-885-3776. Beer Slayer says McPherson without a doubt. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what direction Justin Parker and Brian O'Connor do. We'll see what Bianco and them do. And we'll see what I mean, there's a lot of, man, y'all, they've been in their conference rooms and offices and on the whiteboard all week and looking at matchups and strategically, I mean, you got a ton of pitchers on the roster and trying to figure, oh my God, do we do this? But what if this happens? And then you just got to make the call and say, this is what we're doing. And we'll go from there. We hope we're not delayed, because everybody, once your pitcher gets hot and the other pitcher gets hot, then it gets, Jay Powell could weigh in on this, but then it gets dicey. You're like, we need to play. We don't need a big delay, because, you're going to get Lipscomb's starter warm and hot. You're going to get McPherson hot. You're going to get Elliott hot. All this goes down, and you're like, then once you get rolling and you prepare, you want to throw. But we can't control thunderstorms or lightning or any of that either. So many variables, as y'all know. And I can't imagine the scenarios that Bianco and O'Connor and Oz have gone through. Way too many. But you have to flush it all out, see where you end up, and go from there. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that Jackson does week to week for this show.
Duh.
He's spending hours strategically mapping out what we're going to do, 15 hours of live sports talk radio. Right?
Al, I'm trying to map out the next 30.
You are.
30 minutes.
Well, I know in the third hour, Jermaine Benoit will join us, and we're so glad that she's going to hang out with us. Nutrition coach, nourished and empowered. She does amazing stuff on Instagram and Facebook, into the health and wealth stuff and the, I guess, holistics, so on. But she'll give us some tips on what we need to do to maybe get a little bit better and feel a little bit better and so on. I did do the shake plate this morning.
Nice.
I call it the shake plate.
That's what it is.
Did some grounding.
There we go.
I've been on a roll. I mean, I had to do the grounding before Jermaine comes in.
That's right.
Only did about 5 minutes this morning. The last 2 mornings I've done a lot longer, like 10. But I was kind of trying to get my ducks in a row because I got to go to Starkville later.
That's right.
And figure all that out. 1 o'clock. If weather holds,
yes,
it's 1 o'clock tomorrow. And then you kind of go, you go from there. If you're in the winner's bracket, you play late on Saturday night. If not, if you get upset, then you play mid-afternoon, again, weather committing. Brad on the Golden Moon Casino text line. Kamish probably has a 2030 strategic plan for OOB. He does.
That's facts.
PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing all kinds of LinkedIn videos on what we're going to be doing. Next quarter.
Yeah, foresight, baby.
That's a word that you embrace.
Love foresight.
Isn't it?
That is it's what I live by. I'm always planning ahead.
Okay.
I don't remember the last time I planned for anything.
You're one of those that when you and I, it can be 6 o'clock on Friday night. And you have no idea what you're going to do.
No.
You may stay in. You may go get something to eat. You may go get a to-go order. But it's pure
seat of the pants.
7, 7:30, 8, 8:30. You may order something.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have to have plans.
Right.
But I know we're either going to stay in.
Right.
Or go out, whatever.
General idea of what you're going to
do. Yeah, general idea. Now, this weekend, I don't have set in stone plans in Starkville other than the baseball.
Right.
Now, I need to be up front with y'all. I'm not waiting around for a 2-hour lightning delay or rain delay. I'm going to go meet a friend, or I'm going to go to the bar. I got buddies who have, cool back porches or whatever. I need to be totally because I know there are some of y'all listening that have and would stay out, and I love you for it, that will stay out there for 12 hours at Dudy Noble. And it's a glorious, amazing place that I grew up there, and many of you, I mean, I don't even remember the first few years I was there in the 70s, but in 80, 81, I kind of started to remember things. And, Bruce Castoria. And then y'all know it all led to 83, 84, 85 with Raffy, Will, Jeff, and Thigpen, and Trenton Torsha. What a name.
That's a good name.
That's a good pitching name.
It is.
I don't know why I loved him. And then later you'd get the Winford. I mean, the Winford boys in the mid to late 80s, and then you just, you had Jody Hurst by that 1989-90 team, Bobby Reed, Pete Young. John Cohen was a multi-year starter. I know how much of the fan base loves to dislike John. He was a multi-year starter for Ron Polk, and those 89 and 90 teams were damn good.
Pete Young, that's a good guy.
Pete Young, Mr. 3 for 4 at the plate, come in and throw 2 2/3 to shut down whoever was there. His uniform was always dirty, and then he'd go out to the outfield and get a couple of cold pops and some damn good barbecue in 1989.
Had it moving and shaking.
That's right.
So hold on, I need to know, like, what is your threshold on a rain delay? Because the way I envision it, I'm seeing them announcing a rain delay, and I'm seeing you out of your seat by the time they're done with the announcement, like headed to the house. Because what are we doing here?
What am I going to do on a rain delay?
I mean, are you going to wait an hour? No way. I don't see.
I'll wait. I haven't waited an hour since the College World Series in 2021. There were storms rolling through the Midwest throughout that week, like there is most every year. And then I waited for that Texas game where I walked out of the stadium at 1:30 in the morning on that Friday night when Texas beat Mississippi State. And then MSU would come back the next night. Tanner Leggett gets the hit in extra innings to knock in Braylon Skinner, who played for the Mud Monsters last year. I haven't waited on a rain delay, lightning delay since then.
No.
I don't. I may could do an hour. Maybe. I'm not committing to anything like that. Man. I'm just not at this age. No. I'm just not that. Look, I want my team to win. I love my alma mater.
Sure.
I want people to go up wherever you're going this weekend and have an amazing experience. I've been blessed to be going there for 45 years plus, actually, even before. I was going when I don't remember.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm not waiting that long. I'll end up at Taste.
What do you do for that long out there?
Well, people put on their – well, if it's lightning, they're going to make you even clear the outfield. Right? Yeah. You're going to have to get underneath the grandstand or I guess in your car. Hell, I don't know.
Where are they putting 13,000 under a grandstand?
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to put everybody foul pole to foul pole in underneath. Even as beautiful and big as that double stack stadium is with the grandstand, there's not enough room. So I don't know. They'll figure. They're paid. They got 1 million athletic administrators.
That's right.
They can figure that out. I can walk straight to my car or get an Uber and be at a buddy's house on the back porch with, a Tito's and soda and an orange or whatever, and may go back. I've done that before. I've left and come back.
That's the move.
We'll just have to see. I'm gonna play it by ear, but I'm not gonna be out there forever and ever waiting on the game to start.
All right, so you're not committed to any restaurants yet, right?
Restaurants?
Yeah. Do you know you're gonna go somewhere? No plans though.
I usually end up at Two Brothers or Older Brother and Taste.
Naturally.
There's 2 of those 3. But there's all sorts of other places where a buddy will call me, especially one that I haven't been able to see, and I'll go wherever. Like Louisville Wine Bar. I mean, that's it's one of the most, it's a pretty, I don't know of another wine bar that's as cool or pretty in the state. Luva is really cool.
Ooh, what's your most underrated spot in Starkville?
Luva.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's fabulous.
Where is it at?
Right across the street from Little Dewey's.
Oh, nice. Word. Yeah.
But not on that. It's on University.
Okay. Yeah. Not on the Graves.
Yeah.
Side. Gotcha.
It's right by Bluto's. It's in the building with all the condos. It's the bottom level.
Oh, dang. That's good. That's pretty tight.
I can't remember the building name. I have a bunch of friends who own condos in that, but I don't remember the building. It's Dolce and Louvre are in there. That's the super cool bagel place where he orders 2,200 bagels a month from the New York place.
Ah, yes.
And then
yes,
they're joined. And Louvre Wine Bar is right there. It's nice.
Gloccated? That.
It's in the Cotton District.
Gotcha.
It's the beginning of the Cotton District.
Yeah.
So
Let's see.
and then like a few steps down is Bluto's and then Commodore Bob's. They're all bam, bam, bam. It goes Dolce, Luva, Bluto's, Commodore Bob's. Just boom, 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 boom.
Brady moved?
A
long time ago?
Oh, yeah. He was in the Cotton District.
Right.
I mean, that is the Cotton District.
Sure.
He was right across from Two Brothers.
Right.
Yeah, he moved several years ago to a much bigger place that's really pretty with a cool bar. It's all windows where you can look on the sidewalk with all the people walking back and forth from the Cotton District.
Good for him.
And he opened up his wine and spirit store right there beside it, which is really pretty. It's all windows too, facing the sidewalk.
Love that guy.
So I think I could wait an hour.
Hour's good.
I could wait an hour.
But I mean, if you're talking about an hour and a half, I'm out.
I'm probably not going to wait an hour and a half.
That's 90 minutes.
Can I go over some things with you? Let's switch gears.
Talk to me.
Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We've gone hardcore sports. Monday, we did a show on Memorial Day. Tuesday, we did hardcore sports. Wednesday, today's Thursday, brought to you by Mudbugs and their amazing crawfish, shrimp, and crab legs. Single-person luxuries that people in relationships completely miss out on.
Oh, I need this.
All right, so you've been single a lot of your life.
Oh, yeah.
You're not right now, which is great.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. So someone on social media evidently asked this question. All right. This is according to Ask Reddit.
Love it.
All right. What is a single person luxury that people in relationships completely miss out on? All right.
Oh, man.
You ready for number one?
I am.
Knowing that the piece of chocolate cake you left in the fridge will still be there whenever you want it.
God.
All right. It's number one. And you can substitute that with lemon icebox pie, caramel.
Right.
I love all this stuff. Those are my three favorite.
That's a big one.
Caramel, chocolate, lemon icebox. All right. Number two, knowing things will be exactly where you left them, like kitchen scissors. You can't blame it on anybody else. Like I lived by myself in college. It was so awesome. You know, once you live with a bunch of people, I had a one-bedroom apartment. It's the greatest thing ever. Some people can't live by themselves, but I enjoyed it. And now I'm an empty nester, and, you know, Wendy and I know how to operate and so on. It's great. Three, never having to discuss plans with anyone.
Yeah.
No discussion on dinner, what to watch, what to do, or where to go. You just do what you want all the time. All right. Number four, never having to compromise, like on decor, style, or colors.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. Number five, being able to binge TV shows without having to wait for another person so you can watch together.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Okay. Or a lot of people have.
Yes.
Where am I? Number six, being able to do absolutely nothing all weekend without having to explain it to anyone.
Okay, I like that one. That's good.
Yeah.
Still do that anyways.
This one's funny. Cooking a meal that lasts a few days. Ever since I moved in with my partner, there's no leftovers anymore.
That's a good point.
Ah, okay.
The key one is the dessert not being there when you're looking for it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm looking for something at 3 a.m. and it ain't there, I'm devastated.
Are you?
It happened 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Was this cereal?
I was furious. No, it was my cheesecake.
Oh,
And she still hasn't admitted that she took it.
where was the cheesecake from?
It was Presa.
La Presa. Okay. And so you woke up and thought at 3 a.m. that you had some cheesecake in the fridge.
Yes.
And it wasn't there.
It was not there.
And
she won't cop
your
to
significant other has not admitted that she took it out of the fridge.
No.
Are you sure you didn't eat it?
See, this is why I haven't pressed it, because like 98% of me believes I didn't eat it.
Okay.
But there's a 2% chance that maybe I did. So I don't know. I don't think I did. I think she ate it.
Okay.
I think she was mad at me and ate it.
I got another one. Here's another one that you can do.
Hit me.
This is talking about people who live by themselves. Someone said, well, I just got home from work. I am pantsless, watching WWE Raw and eating double stuffed Oreos.
That's funny. That's what my girlfriend does that religiously.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
All right.
Thankfully.
There you go.
I like those.
All right.
Those are solid.
Do you like that?
Like that. Love Reddit.
True Maroon says, good morning, boys. Good morning, True Maroon. How are you, buddy? It's game day, man.
It is.
Mississippi State softball against the Lady Red Raiders, Texas Tech. Dogs, Samantha Ricketts and the Dogs against the Lubbock, Texas Red Raiders, where Jackson just told me that they poached a player from Stanford that they're paying $1.2 million.
That's correct.
Is she pitching today, I assume?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they can pitch all the time because it's
That's
softball.
right.
Right?
Now.
Because of the way you pitch, there is no pitch count or any
That's right.
count or whatever. It doesn't have the wear and tear
That's right.
on your arm from that angle that throwing a baseball does.
Right.
Or when you serve, like somebody like Rafael Nadal, who does, 7.5 million serves over the course of his lifetime with that shoulder. Or Tom Brady threw the ball 4.8 million times over the course of his career, practice and games. Okay.
Now, there is a silver lining to this. Silver lining is that girl got shelled against Florida recently.
That's not good. You would rather her, I think, usually like a player like that gets shelled and that's it. They kind of emptied the tank on that.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
She gave up 12 or 13 against Florida recently, and State played Florida real well. So there's a little hope there. There's a lot of hope.
So State is the underdog out of all the 8 teams as far as Vegas odds that you just referenced to me an hour ago.
By far.
Okay.
Cinderella time.
Okay.
What it is.
All right.
In every sense of
A
Cinderella.
little bit. With Oklahoma, I think if
Yeah.
it had been if they'd have played someone else, maybe not quite as much. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right. It's National Hamburger Day, brought to you by Martin's in Livingston. They've got great burgers and several different options. All right. Enjoy it with an ice cold Michelob Ultra. Back in a second.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out Warning.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Lowbound. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
Oh, man.
If you're smart, you go get somebody that's 300 pounds and smell like bacon that's ready to come out the end because we need defensive linemen.
Yeah. Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Good morning. Welcome in. We'll do another Out of Bounds roll call brought to you by Superior Foundation for all your foundation repairs, superior.ms. Out of Bounds roll call. 3 questions for you. How are you listening to the show? 105.9 The Zone or streaming? Where are you listening from? Where are you listening from? And who are you pulling for this week in baseball? And I guess softball, but definitely the baseball regionals. And we've got softball College World Series today at 11 a.m. That's a perfect lunch spot as Mississippi State will take on Texas Tech. They beat Oklahoma and in the Super Regional. And now, according to Jackson Meadows, they're the super underdog. Yeah. Yeah. Out of the 8, they're the underdog.
Big time. For reference, your number 1 and 2 and 3 favorites are like plus 350 to plus 550, plus 650. State's plus 2,800. Big jump.
That's a big jump.
That's a massive jump.
And Texas Tech, where are they?
They're right in slap dab in the middle of number 4, and they are about plus 650.
Damn, that's a pretty big gap.
That's a gap.
Okay.
Oh, you got $1 million pitcher. I can't believe that girl's getting $1 million. What do you think the NIL is for Mississippi State softball?
I don't know. They got the number 3 portal class.
Right.
But I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. Is that $1 million for the whole team? Is it $1.5 million? I don't know. When Tyler Bratton, the associate head coach, said that they did that, that they landed the number 3 portal class, I thought the same thing. Do they have 800,000 in the team? Do they have 1.2, 1. I don't know what kind of the average is within the league. I'm not sure. They've done an amazing job. Credit to Samantha Ricketts and Tyler Bratton and the players.
He was so good. He was great on air.
Tyler he's got that kind of personality.
Yeah.
He's a ferocious recruiter and an asset for the softball program and the athletic department. No doubt. Walked on at Mississippi State under Ron Polk. Started from the absolute ground in the Mississippi State baseball program when Cohen took over. I think he was a GA. You're doing
wow.
You're working 1 million hours a week. Then he was head of camps, which is not an awesome job. I know there's some fun to it. You got young people coming on campus and they're getting a cool experience in Starkville and Oxford and all that, but that is a hell of a lot of work.
Oh my God.
And you got so many of them. And then he moved up a little bit more, and then somehow along the way he got into softball. Isn't that right?
Yes,
I think so.
He started with the men's, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And he's been great. Samantha Ricketts, Cohen hired her. That was a promote from within.
Okay.
She had been in Oklahoma and some other spots. I mentioned she played at Oklahoma.
Right.
And then Cohen, I think, hired her in like 2019 or promoted her in 2019. I can't remember if they fired the person or that person left. And Samantha's won and done really well. So that's cool. And they play at 11 a.m. It's the Tito's Vodka Bloody Mary game today. And it's National Hamburger Day. Right. You can enjoy a hamburger with cheese, pickles. You don't like pickles, do you?
I'm all right with pickles.
God, I love pickles on sandwiches and hamburgers.
Okay with pickles.
Usually that's the one thing I ask for more.
Well, you have pickle spears, or you like pickles on like pickles?
Both.
I love a spear.
But I don't like sweet pickles.
No,
I don't want sweet pickles.
You like them with a little crunch?
Yes.
Me too.
I absolutely do.
Got to be a little crunch.
I love fried pickles as an appetizer.
Flash fried.
Flash fried pickles. We'll ask Jermaine if she likes fried pickles.
I wonder if there's a healthy version of fried pickles.
If there is one, she could come up with it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Nourished and empowered.
That's right. Nourished and empowered. Jermaine Benoit will join us here at 9:15. We're looking forward to that. And we're the Out of Bounds Show, brought to you by Mudbugs. Amazing crawfish, shrimp, and crab legs. Mudbugs at the Reservoir, open this afternoon. Mudbugs downtown Brandon, open this afternoon, all the way through the weekend. And
man,
what you got?
That's just good stuff. That shrimp.
It is.
It's so good.
I've been on a big shrimp kick.
You have. Envious.
And I had some shrimp in Washington, D.C., too.
Ooh.
So.
Wait, how was it done?
We had a shrimp appetizer dish.
Okay.
They were sauteed.
Okay.
And they were damn good, too. So somebody texted us about the shrimp and Brussels appetizer at Mama and M's.
Yeah.
And that one's good, too. I had some Brussels from Kessler Prime last night. But good, you don't like Brussels sprouts.
I don't even know what a Brussels is, to be honest. I have no idea what a Brussels looks like. Is it a Brussels sprout? Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not eating that.
Yeah, they have them as now appetite. It's like mac and cheese has become a delicacy.
Yes.
Yeah, I was growing up, it was just garbage out of a box in 1984. Now, people have culinaried up mac and cheese to the point where they're putting pork belly and pulled pork and all this amazing stuff in it, and they serve it as an appetizer, or lobster mac and cheese, steakhouses. Taste has a lobster mac and cheese. Philip M's has a lobster mac and cheese. When you get good lobster mac and cheese as a shareable side, and you've got your ribeye medium rare and your Elijah Craig old fashioned and everything, you got the people that you want at the table, and life's about people in the right seats. That is a good spot to be in, for sure. But can you believe that mac and cheese has been culinaried up to the point where it's an appetizer, it's a side, and it's an entree?
I mean, you can easily.
Two Brothers mac and cheese is amazing.
You can easily pay $15 for a dish.
No, the lobster mac and cheese at these restaurants
30?
is way more. Yeah, it's $30. But it's lobster mac and cheese. Yeah,
love that.
Yeah.
Well, mac and cheese is great. Simple, easy. It's so flavorful.
Yes. In restaurants where it's done well, it is. Oh, yeah. Out of the box, it's not.
What do y'all eat?
When I was 10, it was good. It's not good. I don't want it like that anymore.
Was it Easy Mac?
No, it's Kraft.
Kraft.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
And we thought it was good, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then in college, you'd make it at 1 a.m. in the morning and eat some of it and leave it in the thing, and it'd be a disaster the next morning.
God, yes.
Good hell.
I've done that a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Oh, that's great.
I haven't in 40 years. No, 30-something years, or maybe longer. The Golden Moon Casino text line is 601-885-3776. Jermaine Benoit will join us next. Nutrition coach, health coach to the stars. Follow her on Instagram, Nourished and Empowered. Nourished and Empowered, and nourishedandempowered.com. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. The weekend has started. You've got a College World Series game at 11 a.m. between Mississippi State and Texas Tech. All right, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Our friend Jermaine Benoit, Nourished and Empowered, is joining us. You can watch the show on our YouTube channel. Search Out of Bounds Sports, and thanks for listening to ESPN 105.9 The Zone. And good morning. Can I say happy summer? Yeah, I can. It's late May.
We're here.
We're here. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, we're glad that you're in studio with us and hanging out.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
I love coming in. It's always fun.
I got to ask,
Yeah.
how was Barbados?
It was amazing.
It looked...
Have you been?
No.
You need to put it on your list.
It looked like y'all had a blast. It looked beautiful.
It was amazing. And here's a fun little tidbit on that trip. I've got friends that can just plan. Like they're fun to travel with because I just show up and say, how much do I pay? And the home that we stayed in, we rented a home, and it was the former U.S. ambassador's home.
Okay, that's cool.
To Barbados, yeah. And it was so cool. And it came with a staff that cooked and cleaned and washed your clothes and a butler and all these things. But once you split it between 7 of us,
right,
it was so affordable and so cheap. And it was a really cool experience.
Did you fly through Atlanta or Miami or Fort Lauderdale?
Jackson to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Barbados is a 4.5 hour flight. So it's not that bad.
That's not bad. We went to St. Lucia over Christmas holidays, and it was about 4. It was 4 and change from Atlanta.
It's just past St. Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everything was great.
Amazing.
The food that your chef was preparing looked amazing, and it looked clean. I thought about you. I was like, Jermaine's excited because this is all clean food, which you get more of that down there.
Yeah, just
in the
naturally.
island.
So
Right.
a lot of fish. The food, the restaurants are fantastic. The snorkeling is amazing.
Okay.
We all cannot wait to go back.
Do your friends are a lot of them into the grounding and the ocean dips for magnesium? Are they into that?
No, not at all.
Really?
They look at me like I've
Do
got
they think
18
you're crazy?
horns coming out of my head.
So when you get outside in the morning on a vacation with you're down there with girlfriends and you're getting sunlight in your eyes in the first hour.
Yeah.
Are they
they're still
there's
sleeping.
Jermaine?
They're still sleeping. They're like, oh, good for her. If I go and they're getting it, they're like, oh, well, that's an added benefit for this moment or whatever. But no one's as excited as I am about it. As is my whole life, my family, everybody.
Right. Well, I'm all in, and so are a lot of people that have listened.
Yeah, I agree. Once you really get it and understand it and start to feel the benefits, it's you're kind of a sold soldier at that point.
I want to ask. We know that let's talk about grounding. I'm obsessed with it, but I know we've talked about it, the mitochondria and the inflammation and all that.
Yeah.
You're 100% that it works?
Yes.
And it can't hurt because you've got your feet in nature on the ground on Earth.
Correct. And it just kind of makes intuitive sense.
Right.
But I also understand now just through my schooling and training that I understand what's actually happening in the mitochondria, through the electron transport chain, if you even want to go that far.
Right.
And so there's actually, it's scientifically shown that it actually is doing a number of different things for our health.
If you can only do 5 minutes, does that help?
Absolutely. The moment, if you can only do 1 minute, the second that you touch the ground, your body is transferring electrons. So it's decreasing your protons or your positive charge and increasing your negative charge, which, I always say it's positive to be negative. We want to be in a net negative voltage for the cells to have the energy to do all the things that our cells need to do.
Okay.
So would you consider it like a calibration, essentially?
Yeah, that's a great way to say that.
How about that?
It's a big word. I like it.
That's a really big word.
That's what we're doing over
for
here.
straight funk.
Calibrating.
Calibrate your
what we
cells.
Okay.
Is it the vibrations of? In the vibrations and the constant movement that everything's always in the world.
Oh wow, this is cool.
It is part of it. Right? It's almost like, for lack of a better term, it's almost like there's a matrix surrounding us, and there is. And you can't see it, but there's there's electromagnetic frequency, whether it's man-made or the Earth puts out something called the Schumann resonance. That's its natural electromagnetic frequency. And so we are more attuned to interact with the Schumann resonance than the Wi-Fi and all of the, the radiation that we're exposed to in our modern world. That's what's offsetting the natural vibration.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Sunlight in your eyes, no sunglasses.
Correct.
Does 5 minutes work?
Well,
or you'd rather go closer to 10, right?
Well, the longer you can, the better, because your body's reading energy. We have receptors in our eyes and on our skin. They're called melanopsin. And that melanopsin, we kind of chatted a little bit about that. The melanopsin is reading that the light energy. And there's different colors, like the Roy G. Biv, like the rainbow of light that we can't really see, but our body sees it. And it's absorbing those light frequencies, and it's telling, this is a fun word to say, there is a receptor deep in our brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus.
I love that.
So it sounds like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but it's the suprachiasmatic nucleus, and it's deep in our brain. And that melanopsin, that sun code, is speaking to that receptor in the brain, and then that is offsetting all these different hormonal and cellular processes throughout the day. So the light, you want to get light throughout the day. You want to get that first morning light. You want to get early mid-morning light. You want to get midday light, and then evening light, and then blocking blue light at
We'll
night.
talk about that on the other side. All right. Jermaine, follow Jermaine Benoit, nourishedandempowered.com and Nourished and Empowered on Instagram.
Correct.
And she's going to join us for this 24-minute segment coming up. We'll take a quick break. Here we go. No, here we go now. Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Our friend Jermaine Benoit is joining us for to close out the show, next 24 minutes. And we'll talk travel, health. I think health is wealth, too.
Yeah.
It ties together. And all kinds of fun stuff, from sunlight to grounding to actually good vitamins and clean food and melanin. Did I say that right?
Melanin, yeah.
All right, we want to hit that. ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Jermaine and her friends just got back from Barbados, and you recommend it?
Yes, I can't wait to go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looked great.
It was amazing.
I mean, yeah.
The people are so wonderful. Yeah, it's great.
And then you got clean food, which makes you happy.
Yeah, and the food there is the restaurants are fantastic. We're all foodies, so we tried all the hot spots, and it was all really good. Yeah, it was great. It's where rum. It's one of the main distilleries of rum and stuff. So
premium rum is fantastic.
It was good. I don't normally drink that kind of thing, but when you're on the island, you do, and it was great. So
it's funny you say that. I had not either. When you're in college, you drink crappy rum with something.
Drink whatever is given to you.
Yeah, here's a cup of something. Okay, great. And obviously rum and Coke, and that sounds terrible now. But like 16, 17 years ago, there became a rum craze, and Nathan McCarty at Briarwood Wine and Spirits got me a bottle of Ron Zacapa.
Okay.
And I was like, he went, just pour it neat. And I was like, no way. Because I was thinking, Captain Morgan's white label, which is garbage, like Jose Cuervo.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. And then you got the plantation rums and those things.
Yeah.
They're just excellent.
Yeah. When we were there, I didn't do it. It was because it was our last day and I wanted to stay out, on the beach. But two of our friends that were on the trip went and did a rum
distillery
at one of the old plantations.
Nice.
And I really wanted to do it. I just didn't want to make the drive
You had to get
on
your
the last
tan.
day. I had to work on my melanin.
All right. So let's get into that. Jermaine Benoit, check out her site, nourishedandempowered.com, and on Instagram and Facebook. But Instagram, Jermaine's super active, Nourished and Empowered. All right. So let me go over what we have here. I want to get in because you just made a post.
Yeah.
On melanin.
Yeah. It's a superpower.
Okay. Talk about this because we're all looking for a superpower to feel a little bit better as we age through the aging process.
Well, if you think about a tan, everybody inherently knows that having a tan makes you look better, right? It makes you more attractive. That's why women will pay for a spray tan or, back in the day, you used to go to the tanning beds and that kind of thing, right? We inherently know we are more attractive with a tan. And I think there's reason to that. So melanin, which obviously gives us the pigment in our skin, it does way more at a deeper level. So it actually, in the presence of the sun, without getting super technical, it breaks up and becomes an antioxidant in the body. And so it will actually put out fires. It's what we call a selective antioxidant. So we don't want antioxidants that put out every fire. You've got the thing going on with your foot. You want your body to mount a response to that. So you wouldn't want to take too many anti-inflammatories right now because we want the inflammatory process
I haven't taken anything
to work for you. What melanin does, it is selective. It only goes to where there are fires basically in the body. And because of this, your body can burn through. So you can lose your tan quicker if you have a lot of inflammatory issues going on in your body. Okay. Or if you're overexposed to non-native electromagnetic frequencies, so like radiation or Wi-Fi signaling. If you're going through different tests in the hospital, you've got to have a lot of X-rays and things like that. Your body is pulling that melanin into the system to put out and help prevent damage from radiation. So there's actually a couple of studies too that show that you can buy like these stickers now. I've got a safe sleeve on my phone that prevents too much electromagnetic frequency from coming from it. But there are studies that show that melanin is actually a better protector of electromagnetic frequency than any of these like safe shields that you can put on your Wi-Fi and stuff to prevent against electromagnetic frequency.
So just getting in the sun.
Just getting in the sun, but responsibly. I mean, we don't want to burn.
Right.
You're burning, you're hurting yourself.
Okay.
So that's why we always
but
say
fair-skinned people can get in like me.
Yeah.
10 to 12 minutes, 15 minutes at a time, couple times a day, especially like on the weekends or if you're at the beach.
Correct.
People like you can get in for a lot longer because you're dark
I have a
complected.
little bit more
right.
melanin
But
in my
it's all
skin.
good as long as you're not doing it to the point where you're burning yourself.
Correct. Your body, when you start to turn pink and you're in the sun, which is really for a lot of people, it can happen kind of quickly. That's your body's signal to say, hey, we are getting to that point. So that's actually a histamine response when we start turning red. And that is the body saying, hey, we have our limit for this session.
That makes sense.
So that you can go back in. And so you just start, but the more often you do that,
You build up.
the more your body has the resilience to do it. It's called heliotherapy.
Okay.
So sun therapy. And there are, back in the day, they used to have sunning decks at hospitals.
Yes, and
where
they
they
should
roll
today.
you out. I know. And you slowly start to build a sun callus.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we went away from it.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Too healthy.
And you believe it's the most light/vitamin D, I think I'm saying this right, is the most important thing. Everything starts there.
Yeah, and it's not even just vitamin D, because we already know vitamin D is really important, but it is, without getting too far into like the science weeds, basically heat and light, you have an internal battery. And so we're trying to constantly build that battery at the cellular level. So when we're in infrared heat and light, it expands the battery, and then getting sun and grounding makes the battery stronger, basically.
I love this.
And that happens at every single cell level, like in the mitochondria. So then your eye cells get to be the best eye cells, and your liver cells get to be the best liver cells. And it helps to protect our body from long-term disease states.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Jermaine Benoit on ESPN 105.9 The Zone, health coach to the stars, nourishedandempowered.com, and follow her on Instagram, Nourished and Empowered. She's got all kinds of amazing things and health tips and fun tips to recommend. And you can, I think Jermaine agrees, you just incorporate what you want.
Yeah. I mean, this is a lifestyle, like if I'm coaching someone, we're doing little baby steps until that becomes normal. And then we add on something else, right? Because unfortunately, this is all very normal stuff, but our lives are structured in a way these days that it takes us away from that.
Right.
So it's like trying to remember and then incorporate that. And any little bit helps. And then we just keep layering on. It's like the stacking effect.
I love what you say here. Most everybody's going to the beach this summer.
Yeah.
Once or twice or 3 times. You just got back.
Yeah.
So use the beach as a meta spa.
Yeah.
And so expand on that. People are having this is you said this like last year.
Yeah.
The great thing is you go down there with family and friends and you're having a great time.
Yeah.
But you can do this almost.
Yeah. And
it's low hanging fruit.
It's free.
Right.
It's all free. So one, take a dip in the water. So the water is a couple of things. One, like if you're in the ocean, there's a ton of magnesium and sodium and all these electrolytes naturally in the salt water, right? Okay. And that is the most bioavailable form of magnesium. Our body can absorb it most efficiently. So you're getting that extra magnesium. Magnesium, we know, powers. We need magnesium to be on board for all the other minerals to work correctly, and it powers hundreds of different processes in the body.
Love it.
So you got that. You want to spend about 20, 30 minutes just in the water. It's also moving water is also grounding. So you're getting that whole grounding benefit from the moving water.
Real quick, is that in a lake and a river too?
A lake, a river, anything that's moving.
Okay.
If you're in like, still water and it's not moving, you're actually not getting the electrons basically from it. And then just touching the ground, you're grounding, you're grabbing electrons. So you're touching the sand, have your foot in the sand
Right.
while you're laying out there, and then grabbing the sun, which you're using to make vitamin D. So you make vitamin D from cholesterol in the skin.
Okay.
So when we have cholesterol, it uses, in the presence of sunlight, it converts to vitamin D.
Okay.
So
Jermaine Benoit, Nourished and Empowered. Follow her on Instagram, and she's got the website, nourishedandempowered.com. I love this one. Foods that naturally protect us
yeah.
in the sun.
Yeah, and they're going to make total sense because they are the foods that are prevalent in areas where you would be at the beach. So, or in the summertime. So foods that are red. So let's think tomatoes, strawberries,
Watermelon?
Watermelon, red bell peppers. They have something called lycopene in them. And that lycopene acts as a natural UV protectant. So it allows the body to take in more sun without burning the body, basically.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. I mean, our skin we're a solar panel. Like, you're trying to capture the light so that it does good things for our body, but we don't want to burn. And
Right.
and naturally, these foods grow in the presence of high sun, like in the summer.
So did the foods that you just talked about, like red peppers and tomatoes and watermelon, so does this go through August?
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Or maybe even September?
Yeah,
Especially around
down
here?
here in the South.
Okay.
It just depends on where you are in the world.
Right.
But like here, depending on the season, like you could go into October with
Okay.
it. But it always lines up because if the sun is still really high and still shining, then it's producing what you need. When the sun starts to go away, it stops producing what we need, but we're not in the sun as much.
Right.
You're transitioning into a melatonin kind of season. Winter is melatonin.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's why you say store it up from March through October.
Correct.
Especially where we live, because we can do that.
Right, because you're building your reserve that's going to take you into the
January
winter
and February when it's
when you
cold as
can't
all
make
get
it.
out.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You mentioned the foods, and we'll piggyback off this.
Yeah.
Seasonal foods and why they matter. Like, you're big into this. It's almost quarterly for you or something. It
is. I think of it as like winter, fall, spring, and
Right.
summer kind of thing. So yes. Okay. So here's the thing. There are a couple of things. One, when we eat seasonally, you're just grabbing the greatest amount of nutrition that this food can offer you, right? Because it's being grown and then you're eating it right away. Two, your microbiome changes throughout the year based on the sun cues. So we're able to better digest different foods based on that time of the year.
Okay.
So I always say, like, if you're having, let's say, a mango smoothie in January, is mismatched because your
Right.
body knows good and well in Jackson, Mississippi, that mango did not grow here. And so it's almost like
unbelievable.
it's almost like giving mixed signals, like in a bad relationship, you get mixed signals
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. So the body is taking that mango smoothie and you think you're doing something healthy for yourself because you're like, new year, new me, and I'm going to do a smoothie diet for the first 30 days. But the body is like, what the heck? We don't have the energy. So it actually clogs up your mitochondria. It has something, these fruits, and this is the other part of it, these fruits that grow and vegetables that grow in the summer, they have something called deuterium, and that is, simply put, a heavy hydrogen water. Your body can utilize that and burn through it when you're in the presence of high sun. So like in Barbados, I could eat all the mango and pineapple I wanted because
Sure.
it's seasonal down there and I'm in a ton of sun.
And your body knows, hey,
So my body can burn through it. But if you're having it out of season and there's not enough sun, that deuterium will actually slow down your mitochondria. So it's slowing down your cell function.
okay.
And that's why that's so important, because we're just trying to keep our cells and our mitochondria as healthy as possible, especially as we age, because that's our longevity.
Mitochondria?
It's our longevity ticket. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That and muscle.
All right. Jermaine Benoit, Nourished and Empowered on ESPN 105.9 The Zone. She joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance Guest Line. She's live in studio. You can watch us on YouTube. Search Out of Bounds sports. All right, let's go to.
Well, I was going to add too, because we didn't talk about this on like foods that protect against UV, but this is a super interesting one. So astaxanthin, which is found in a lot of seafood that's got like a red color. So like salmon, lobster, shrimp, things like that. It gives it its kind of red color. Yeah. Well, that astaxanthin also is very UV protective. And what's interesting is that those foods are also high in cholesterol.
Good cholesterol.
Good cholesterol. And so you are making vitamin D by cholesterol in the presence of the sun. So it's perfectly designed that those foods are exactly where you need them. Your nature, God is giving us exactly what we need, where we need it.
The roadmap's there.
No, you just eat seasonally and locally, and you're going to be great.
All right, Jackson Meadows. All right.
Yeah, I think Cinnamon Toast Crunch is seasonal all year.
Yeah.
Thankful.
Yeah. We could get into what cereal was originally designed to do.
It's probably population control.
Pretty much all garbage, isn't it?
Yeah. So it is
all of it.
And look, back in the day, I loved cereal. That was the best breakfast ever. But Dr. Kellogg I think he was a Seventh-day Adventist. But this was back in the early 1900s. He actually wanted to stop people from basically having sex. And so he realized that grains would do that. Oh, yeah. And Kellogg's cereal was produced to basically decrease estrogen and testosterone and your natural drive.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's super fascinating because honestly, I look back and that cereal was probably even more healthy back then. Now it's just a sugar bomb.
Well, yeah, it was clean.
I mean, it's like dessert. Yeah, exactly.
It's artificial garbage.
Yeah.
But we give him hell because
it is delicious. I'm not going to lie. Cereal is delicious.
I mean, with that much sugar and artificial flavor.
Milk, it's like a dopamine hit.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you like there's this debate.
I know.
Pro and con.
Yeah, it'll go on forever.
If you can get clean milk, is it good for you?
I think so. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion on it.
They do.
It's a big old debate. Milk can be inflammatory, but more so what they have quote unquote done to it.
Right.
So when you pasteurize milk, you kill off all of the enzymes that you actually need. The body needs to fully digest it.
So you need to buy it at a farmer's market or something.
Yeah, and in Mississippi, it's a little bit harder to do that.
I bet.
There is one particular brand. I'm thankful that I'm starting to see it. It's called Kalon, and it is pasteurized, but it doesn't have like all the added stuff, and it's pasteurized at a very, very low heat. So it's a little bit easier. Like you can buy that at the grocery store. You can buy it at Whole Foods, I know.
So it's about as good as you can get.
Here. But better is or best, I guess, is to try to find a farmer and buy raw milk that's been unpasteurized.
Okay.
And know the farmer. I mean, you want to know how they're raising their cows and that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. I think it can be incredibly healing to the body if it's done correctly.
Okay. Jermaine Benoit on the Out of Bounds show. We got a couple of minutes here. Now, has your mom watched the show?
Oh, she loves it. She sends it to all of her friends.
Okay. Love it.
She does.
We'll chop up the segments so that was so funny when you told me that she's watched it a few times.
Oh, she loves it. She loves it.
Okay.
And her and my dad will, like, if they have a long trip, they'll just like re-listen to it.
I love it. That's so good. Molecular hydrogen.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites.
Me too.
So I take this every day because you recommended it a couple of years ago. Now Wendy takes it.
Yeah.
So we got about 4 minutes here. And we can hit one other thing, but give me the quick minute and a half on molecular hydrogen and why you believe people should take it.
So molecular hydrogen is So, okay, we were talking about antioxidants earlier, right? And antioxidants, what happens at the cellular level is, or why we need an antioxidant, is that sometimes we have a cell that gets oxidized and it'll break off a hydrogen. And so it becomes open and exposed. And if that's not a saturated hydrogen molecule, then oxidation occurs. And we're starting to degrade cellular health. So what molecular hydrogen does, it can go around the body and it'll say, oh, there's an open spot where we can go in and plug in and then saturate that molecule. Okay. And when it's saturated with hydrogen, it can't oxidize. But again, it's selective. So we don't want them, like, you don't want just everything being like antioxidized because again, we need our body to mount responses to things. But molecular hydrogen is also one of those like selective antioxidants. It goes exactly where it needs to, but it doesn't harm where it shouldn't.
Isn't that beautiful?
And bringing it back to what we talked about earlier about melanin breaks down in the presence of the sun to molecular hydrogen. So you're actually producing your own molecular hydrogen through melanin and proper sun mitigation.
I may outlive Elon, even though he's got 300 billion. There's no telling what could happen here.
Stem cell.
Hey, does it matter when you take it?
I don't think so.
Okay. I know you mentioned morning and afternoon. I go back and forth, but I've been taking it in the morning.
Yeah.
After I get off the power plate.
For whatever reason, I tend to take mine in the afternoon.
Right. You mentioned kind of mid-afternoon,
yeah, mid-afternoon.
But good either way.
Yeah, either way. It doesn't matter.
You don't have to have food.
Nope, you don't. And it doesn't, I mean, it's like a shot, basically.
Right.
Like you're dissolving like a tab in water, like an Alka-Seltzer almost.
And you want, we got 1 minute, you want people to drink it as soon as it
dissolves.
It dissolves.
Well, it still has bubbles coming because that's what you're trying to get. If it goes too long, then you're not actually getting what you came for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We got to,
that's good.
We got to get you in again in like a month.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's so much more to hit.
There's so much. I have a bunch of topics that we can go through.
And our listeners love it. And so, and it ties in with all the fun things that we do.
Yeah.
The beach, going outside, the lake, cooking out. That's still daylight and sunshine and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it.
All right. How long do I have? 1 minute? All right. Well, there's always more time later to hit some things. Jermaine, thank you for coming in.
You're welcome. Great to see y'all.
Jermaine Benoit, nourishedandempowered.com. And on Instagram, give her a follow right now. Nourished and Empowered. Have a good Thursday. Mississippi State, Texas Tech in the College World Series in softball at 11 a.m. And we'll see you live from Starkville tomorrow as Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Southern Miss will all play in college baseball. Live from Starkville tomorrow. See you.